Welcome to the Heavy Spoilers Show. I'm your host Deffinition, and like a bat out of hell named Lucille, Negan is on the run. Episode 4 felt like a non-stop onslaught that slowly escalated the stakes and showed just how difficult that it is to survive in the land of the undead, and it ended on a pretty big cliffhanger that has a lot of fans excited. Throughout this video, I'm going to be breaking down everything that you need to know about the latest episode, as well as what we can take from the ending. There will be heavy spoilers here, so if you haven't had a chance to watch episode 5 yet, then I highly suggest that you turn off now. That's your last chance to back out, and with that out of the way, I just want to give a huge thank you for clicking this video. Now let's get into the breakdown. Previously on The Walking Dead, Zeke doesn't know how to talk to Carol, Kelly doesn't know if anyone is talking to her, and Negan just wants to talk his way out of everything. These all kind of set up the key events of episode 5, and it's very much centered around these characters and what they are going through. We open with Kelly, who is pretty much trying to prove to herself that she is of value and can overcome her rapidly deteriorating hearing, and it's quite easy to sympathize with the character. I'm sure we've all had setbacks in our lives where we've done something to prove that we are actually better than our worst aspects, and it sucks seeing the character just hit with blowback after blowback, becoming rapidly aware that she probably isn't cut out for this life. The intro has us questioning what will happen to her, and this is mirrored in Negan. With him out on the run, we are left asking who set him free, where will he go next, and where the heckins is his leather jacket. Yes, I said heckins, this isn't a PG video, we go hard. Negan's escape couldn't have come at a worse time either, mainly because the Christmas sales on leather jackets haven't started yet, and also because the camp is at its lowest point. In the wake of last week's horde attack, a lot of supplies have been stolen, and the survivors of Alexandria pretty much have to stay back and put their own home in order before going after everyone's favourite baseball star. Negan, joined by Brandon, his parole officer, is revealed to be the one that released the villain because his father idolised him, and now he does too. Those who've read the comics will have seen this coming a mile off, and similar to the character in the source material depiction, Brandon just wants his hero to return. It differs slightly from the comic books, as in that Brandon's father was killed by Rick in self-defense, so he unleashed Negan in order to start a war between the Whisperers and the camp. In Negan, he's let the beast out of the cage, and though he initially doesn't make his motives clear, it becomes apparent that he is trying to get the character to reveal his true side, gifting him his infamous leather jacket and Lucille, which is probably still covered in Glenn's brains. Brandon really acts as the devil on Negan's shoulder this episode, and throughout he constantly tempts the character. It's an awesome aesthetic, and watching him shout, "Damn, classic Negan," is hilarious. Now, I have been saying that this episode would be something special for a while, and it didn't disappoint. Watching old Negs get back into the swing of things, pun intended, is brilliant, and it really makes me want to see a lot more focus on the character in the future. He meets two more survivors out on the road, a mother and a son that Brandon tries to use in order to manipulate Negan into remembering that people should be used in whatever way possible to live another day. This kind of plays into the end, and it shows that though Negan may not be the old one, he still has a dark side. In other parts of the camp, Daryl is out and about with Connie on the hunt for Kelly, and it's clear that she's run into some trouble, and after the cliffhanger opening, her fate comes into question throughout the episode. I'm glad that The Walking Dead is really at a point now where every character's death feels like it could come at any moment, and this manhunt, or woman hunt, is a nice little subplot for the main action of the episode. Elsewhere, we learn that though The Walking Dead, Whisperers, and so on still live, the group also has to deal with the real-life diseases that often come with being a human. This comes in the form of Zeke, who, though we don't know for certain, has appeared to have developed thyroid cancer. Natural diseases and things like this are something that I've always wondered about in this world, and it's great that we finally are at a point where they are tackling it, and it reminds us of just how screwed he probably is. There are no doctors, no surgeons, and no chemo, so if Zeke's diagnosis is indeed correct, then he's probably fresh out of luck. In other parts of the camp, Earl is spouting off his conspiracy theories about how Alpha attacked the camp, the grassy knoll, and how the moon is made of cheese. Turns out he's right though, and we do get confirmation this episode that the Whisperers have indeed been trying to off the group. Alpha clearly wants to wear the survivors down, but the Whisperers and I guess the audience are questioning why she doesn't just unleash her massive horde. The show does what it has to do and answers this subtly by having Alpha kill a dissenter for questioning her leadership, and to me this cements that the reason she refuses to do it is because of Lydia. Alpha has the means to kill them outright, but deep down she knows that she will also kill her daughter in the process, and as much as she claims she wants to do it, she clearly doesn't. Maybe she should just sneak into the camp one night and do some nut tapping. Remember, don't aim too high. Gamma is clearly struggling with her strategy too, and after Aaron helps her, it hints that she might be the weak link in the chain that ends up making it snap. Later in the episode we learn that Alpha wants to use Gamma as bait to draw Aaron out and get an in the camp, and it's going to be interesting to see how this develops. Kelly is found asleep in the woods and it's revealed that she took the supplies, and this raises the distrust. Through this arc we discover that Magna spent her time in jail due to her going Batman on a man that ended up doing no time for assaulting her young cousin, and Yumiko defended her because she believed that Magna was innocent. Turns out she wasn't, and it's a nice reveal that shows she is one of the good guys deep down, and also highlights the parallels of the current world. In the old one this was a crime, but here, now we know just how low people can sink, it's not that bad. What is bad though is that Brandon kills the mother and son that he and Negan discovered in order to try and set off the character. He gets his wish, but not in the way that he expected, and Negan finally unleashes, smashing his head in with a rock. I guess you should never meet your heroes. We watch as the hero or villain, well, hero yeah, look, he's the best part of the show, heads into Whisper territory. He says, what's a fella gotta do to get eaten round here, and it's clear that the old Negan is back, and who knows, he might even be here to stay. As he starts taking down walkers like it's nothing, he's grabbed by Beta, and it looks like the two are going to face off, which is when we cut to credits. Now, going forward, it's clear that Negan will indeed be joining up with the Whisperers and integrating with their camp. I'm going to go into some heavy comic spoilers here that could happen in the show, so if you don't want to know anything about one of the deaths of the big villains, then I highly suggest that you turn off now. If you're still here, then thanks for sticking around, but in the comics, Negan does indeed manage to meld in with the Whisperers, and he pretends to love Alpha in order to get really close to her. Through their conversations, he realizes that she is still harboring emotions for not only Lydia, but people in general, and Alpha breaks down and cries, and this gives Negan the perfect opportunity to slit her throat, killing her in the process. Last week I did say that I didn't think that the show was going to go this way, but actually now we've kind of seen the way things are progressing with the death of Brandon, Negan approaching the camp and so on. I actually think that they probably will end up doing this. There are 3 episodes left before going to the big mid-season break, and this could mean that Negan gets rooted in the camp for the next episode, begins to make his play in the following one, and then the finale ends with him killing the character. It's a really exciting prospect, and it could end this half of the season on a big moment. The Walking Dead this year has really hit its stride again in my opinion, and this has been one of the best seasons that we've had in a long time. Look, there wasn't much competition, but this has been a really good entry that feels like a great character piece for Negan and the survivors. Going forward, it looks like Carol is going to arm up too, and who knows, maybe she will be the one that gets Alpha whilst Negan causes a distraction. Either way, I do think that the home run hitter is doing this all as a plan to show that he's worth bringing back to Alexandria, and killing Alpha may be his only way home. Now obviously I'd love to hear your thoughts on the episode and what you want to see down the line. Comment below and let me know, and if you enjoyed this video then please give it a thumbs up, and make sure you check out my full breakdown of the series so far, which will be linked at the end. We went over everything you need to know, so if you just want to catch up or need a quick reminder, then this is the channel for you. If you want to come chat to me after the video, then make sure you follow me on Twitter at DeffinitionYT, or head over to my Discord server, which will be linked in the description below. Those are the best ways to keep up to date with all the latest videos on the channel, so hopefully I see you over there very soon. We're also giving away a free copy of the Marvel Phase 3 Part 1 box set on Blu-ray, which contains Civil War, Doctor Strange, Homecoming, Ragnarok and more, and all you have to do to be in with a chance of winning is like the video, make sure that you subscribe to the channel, and leave your thoughts on the episode in the comments section below. The winner is going to be chosen on the 15th of November, and the set will be shipped out from then to whoever gets the prize, so best of luck to everyone who takes part. This is a channel for people who are never missing television, so if that's the kind of thing you like, you need to subscribe to Deffinition. Thanks again for taking the time to watch this, you've been the best, and I'll see you next time. Take care, peace.